Hello traders, hello everyone. It's very nice to be back from Traders Expo. As you know, I was 10 days off, but met some very interesting and very important people from this business. So there are a lot of interesting business opportunities ahead. As you know, I have been also on Real Vision TV. So if you maybe have access, I was there with Steve from Forex Analytics. If you have access to Real Vision TV, then maybe you should check this copper and Mexican peso. As you know, I've been looking lower on Mexican peso. Actually, I put this article out last week, so I was looking for continuation to the downside because also we have seen a very nice recovery on dollar against Mexican peso, but crude oil was still strong. So I think that this gap could actually be filled, which means that Mexican peso could catch up very strong crude oil, which may actually be on the way towards $60 per barrel. So that's why I'm quite confident that maybe we may see a continuation lower into a fifth wave. Also, there was a clear free wave rise, as you can see, within a wave 4, so definitely expecting more weakness. So here's the updated chart. What I'm looking at is a very nice move down to this lower side of the corrective channel, so expecting a breakout, but maybe this current trend line will not be broken on the first attempt. So I'm actually expecting a bounce in three waves from this area. It's also Monday. As you know, I don't trust Monday flows too much, so maybe price action will slow down a little bit. We have also the FOMC on Wednesday, so till then we have still plenty of time to actually make another corrective rise. So what I'm seeing here is a 5-wave fall here within wave 5, which may also be subdivided in 5 waves, as you can see. So maybe we get this test of this trend line and then a rise into wave 2. Another possibility is that we see a trend line or this corrective channel broken out, and then we see a pullback back to this trend line. Okay, so as you know, I shared EPO here on this one, but unfortunately it was missed by a few pips up there. But still, I will not make any changes here, because if this wave 2 is really coming into play still, then maybe these levels, as you know, previous wave 4 can be retested. Okay, now let's take a look also on what I have here, a euro dollar against and versus US dollar index. So euro dollar, as you know, made a very nice and important turn. I have been warning about this reversal. I said that probably we will see a retest of the summer 2018 lows. A lot of traders will be caught on the wrong side, because there were quite a big sideways price action euro dollar, so everyone just are waiting and are not patient enough for this breakout to happen. And normally when everyone expect a breakout, well, probably it won't happen. So actually I'm not surprised to see this market turning to the upside, and what I see is very nice reversal from the lows. Actually, this can be an ending diagonal for wave C, or even this wave count that I'm seeing here can be an ending diagonal in a wave 5. So in either case, I think that there will be higher prices coming into wave B. But what is the most important for me is actually that this was a very sharp rise from a new low. So we are now at the upper side of this pattern, and ideally we'll see a pullback and then a new leg higher. Also, if we take a look at the dollar index, as I said, what I see here is a 5 wave zone for wave 1, then we have wave 2 and wave 3, wave 4, and now looks like that we can be headed slightly lower, okay, into wave 5, but we have some very important fib levels here where downside can be limited, so be aware of this rise. So euro dollar is definitely on my radar screen. I want to be looking for potential opportunities on the long side, especially because if this ending diagonal is going to prove correct, is going to send prices to the upside, and you know that this may occur in a very sharp move, because ending diagonals are very slow, okay, into a new low or into a new high, but when market turns, moves can be extremely sharp, okay. And obviously when ending diagonal is completed, you may expect that that ending diagonal will be fully retraced. So actually there's a lot more upside potential. Now let's take a look also on dollar cat. The dollar cat is also on my radar screen for sure. Why? I will show you why. Because we have seen a very okay, here we have seen a very nice reversal this year from this upper trend line. So I think that weakness is temporary, but still it can be quite aggressive and deep. Why? Because the first drop here, as you can see, was very sharp, and the following rise was only in 3 waves. So definitely I'm expecting more weakness. Let me just look where this 61.8.2 was placed. So actually, as you can see, 61.82 is the fib level where wave B found the top. So actually, it was a perfect area of resistance. Actually, I'm not kind of a trader that want to hunt with trading with sell limits this wave B, especially not on a daily chart. But once I have this very nice reversal, which is somehow my confirmation that these levels held very good, and that we may actually going much lower into wave C, that's when I want to look for potential trading setup, because now when I have wave B potential top in place, I exactly know where to put my stop loss. Okay, so what I'm looking at is potential 5 waves down in the making here. Still waiting on this 5th wave, and then maybe we'll watch out for a 3-wave rise, and we'll try to catch the downside here. Especially because, as I said, this was a 3-wave rise, and ideally we will see prices falling back into these levels from early February. Okay. Also, as I said, crude oil is still bullish, and as long as crude oil is bullish, I think that commodity currencies such as CAD and Mexican peso can actually still dominate here. Okay, now let's take a look also on Aussie dollar. Now Aussie dollar is also showing very nice price action actually. Here is the 4-hour. You can actually see that we have seen a very nice reversal from 0.7 psychological level. I have been talking about this 2 weeks back. So far we have seen a very nice move to the upside. I was observing this price action on Friday. I thought that we will actually continue higher like we see today, but because it was Friday, because I was still not at my charting here, I was still not settled. I was quite skeptical. You know, I really want to be more confident, to spend more time with my chart, with my analysis before I may participate in any trade. So actually, I will still be patient a little bit here. But if we'll be starting to see an aggressive rise here for a wave 3, then we may still have opportunity to catch the pullback in a wave 4 and look for more upside into wave C of a much higher degree here, as you can see. If from any reason, where is this 1 hour? If from any reason, here it is. If from any reason we will just see a sharp reversal here, okay, back below 70.40, then obviously this this corrective wave B will still be unfolding. So I have another wavefront here as a backup plan. Is actually an ending diagonal that can be unfolding here for a wave C. So from psychological perspective, this could be quite nice actually, because everyone are just waiting and want to participate on the long side in this current rise that we are seeing from 2019 lows. And after this nice bounce here, I'm sure that there are already traders that are looking to go long with stops below recent swing levels. That's fine, but I would be even more confident about an upcoming reversal and bottom formation if all of those who are already in would be stopped out, and then market turns to the upside. Okay, and in fact, if that would be also happening with an ending diagonal formation, that would be even better, because as you know, ending diagonals are very strong patterns that causes very sharp reversals. So Aussie dollar, definitely I will watch this one as well, but I'm not sure what is really going on with metals. Okay, I have here silver. Just a second. Okay, so on silver here, what I'm looking at is possibly, okay, I should change the labels here. A, B, C. What I'm looking at here on silver is that actually this reversal down was the first leg of a much lower price action that we anticipate. So I'm wondering what will happen with Aussie if this silver is really going to see lower prices after this corrective rise is finished. However, for now, I still think there is room for a retracing back to 50 to 61.8%. So during this time, I think that Aussie dollar could actually stay supported. Okay, but we really have to consider that correlations were not so tight between metals and Aussie. So I'm just wondering, whenever this comes back, it will be much easier, much better to track. Okay, now let's take a look on Euro Aussie and the S&P 500. So Euro Aussie. Okay, so in Euro Aussie, as you know, we are expecting a drop here. Why? Because this was a flat that was finished at the end of 2018. This was a very sharp rise that did not was not bullish for a long time actually, and this reversal that followed from this failure push to a new high is quite a strong evidence that actually we may continue much lower. And if we consider that this is some kind of a flag now on the way down, well, we may see this as a wave B or even wave 2 from an Elliott wave perspective. I really think that there is a strong possibility that we will continue lower. On the 4-hour chart here, as you can see, I have been looking for this structure 3 weeks back or so. I said that this could be a complex correction actually. So this was a flat, okay, 3 waves up for wave A, 3 waves down for a wave B, and then 5 wave rise for a wave C. Okay, so this was one part of a correction from where I thought that we will continue lower in impulsive fashion, but then suddenly after retest of these levels we have seen another sharp rise. So I thought, okay, this was wave X, so probably this is just connecting the first correction with the second one. So the second one that I was looking for was another 3-wave move with nice 5 subways within wave C here, as you can see, before market turned lower. So actually that was flat, okay, and then we have probably seen here as a zigzag in the second part of this correction, and in the middle you have wave X. Okay, so what's happening now? Well, we have seen a very nice 5-wave fall here, and more importantly, we have seen, as you can see here on the 1-hour chart, a 3-wave rise. Okay, so I'm thinking that we may continue lower. Okay, and actually, if we are going to see a pullback on euro dollar, because we are there in a 5th wave, I would not be surprised actually to Euro Aussie resume the downtrend already today. Let's take a look on the euro dollar once more on the 1-hour chart. Okay, you can see here waves 1, wave 2 pullback, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. We have some interesting fib levels up there. We have this resistance of this ending diagonal. So as I said, maybe a pullback will occur here, and that's the time when this pullback will play out, that Euro Aussie may actually stay under pressure. Okay, traders, thank you very much for your attention, and I will catch you in Slack. Have a good day. Bye.